Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to make Freddy Krueger's house from the movie Nightmare on Elm Street. If you enjoy this tutorial, please do remember to hit that like button as it really helps me and the channel out very much. And if you make it all the way to the end, share the video with a friend. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to get out of here. We don't want Freddy Krueger showing up. Usually you have to go to sleep for that to happen, but honestly, I'm scared anyway. I think it's time to start this tutorial. Let's do it. Okay, so before we get things started, here are all of the materials that we're going to be using. We need some block of quartz, some quartz stairs, quartz slabs, pillar quartz block, black stained glass pane, cyan concrete, red concrete, brick blocks, some brick slabs. We have oak door, terracotta, lime terracotta, some green terracotta, and we have the grass and the double tall grass. Now, we are going to be utilizing every single one of those, so do make sure that you have access to them all. Once you've got all the stuff, once you've figured out where you want to make it, I think I'll be making mine right about here. Why not? Why not start it here? Once you've got that sorted out, we can begin. And we're going to start off with a row of 6 quartz blocks coming up from the ground. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're then going to go right by 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then, quite trickily, we are going to place a row of 5 black glass pane. 1, 2, come on, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's so hard for me to place. And then we're going to be placing 11 block of quartz going right. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then we're going to connect that all the way down to the ground, like this. I want you to take the block that hit the ground and extend it all the way over to the left. This will create a nice, solid, rectangular shape. Then, beginning from the left side, on top of the row that you just made, we're going to place a sequence of blocks, beginning with 2 upside-down quartz stairs. 1, 2. Then a block of quartz. 2 more upside down stairs, 1, 2, a block of quartz, 2 more upside down stairs, that'll be 1, 2, block of quartz. Then we're going to place a black stained glass pane, block of quartz, red concrete, leave a gap, red concrete, block of quartz, glass pane, block of quartz, 2 upside down quartz stairs, block of quartz, 2 upside down stairs, 1 block of quartz, and finish this off with 2 upside down quartz stairs. Okay, next we're going to extend all of those blocks of quartz up towards the top of the frame. So just extend them all upwards. You shouldn't really run into any conflicts by doing this. And of course the blocks of quartz in the center will connect to the glass. That is perfectly fine. So in the end we'll have something which should look perfectly like this. I want you to add a row of block of quartz directly underneath the top exposed block. So we're kind of just reinforcing the shape at the top here. I just want you to place a row of block of quartz just underneath those exposed blocks, just like that, okay? So the next thing that we're going to be doing here is we are going to be filling in everywhere but the middle with glass pane. So that literally means even these 2 single strips next to the red concrete, we want to fill all of this in with glass pane. However, the only part we don't really want to fill in with glass pane is this center part where we're going to be putting the door. So we will end up with something that should look exactly like this. Okay, so in the middle is a door. We extend the red concretes up towards the top of the frame and we connect them together in the middle. After doing this, we're going to grab the brick blocks, and starting from specifically this block right here, I want you to place a brick here going over to the opposite part to the right, so like that. So just left and right of those 2 middle single strip windows we have a row of brick block, to which we are then going to place 2 more rows coming outwards, like 1, 2. And then we're going to place on the corners 5 pillar quartz block coming upwards on top of each corner. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. And we'll be doing that on both corners like this, just like that. Easy enough. I want you to place on top of those sideways facing quartz stairs. Facing outwards like so. Upside down quartz stairs coming in towards the center from those. And then we're going to place quartz slabs on top of them, coming inwards from them, like this. And then we're going to join them all in the middle, like that. So just at the top. And we'll end up with a pretty cool effect. It's a nice big archway that looks exactly like this. Polish this off by placing a row of brick slabs all the way around the, what I would call the archway porch entrance area. Yeah, that's a mouthful, so we'll just call it the entrance. So once you have got that taken care of, we have to make the rest of the frame of the house. And there is quite a bit to do. It's quite a big house, really. So come to the left side of the house, and I want you to bear in mind that we will be doing this to both sides. I want you to take the top corner block, this one, and I want you to do this 7 times. Okay, we're going to do this. We're going to extend back and up. And I want you to count every time you do that. So that would be 1, and we want to do that same thing 7 times in total. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you can see how the pattern repeats itself. You want 7 nudges going all the way up to the top. To which we're then going to extend the last one to the left by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we want the equivalent amount of those going down. So that 7 times we're going to be doing this, right? We're going to do this 7 times. We're going to go down and left 7 times. That being the first, let's count them out. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, just like that, and it should be equal to the front, which it is, so that's perfect. We then connect it down, just like this. That's fine, and then we can actually fill this entire side in here, all of this, big area. You can fill it in using quartz block. There isn't any windows that I've designed to put on these sides, so if you want to add some, feel free. I wouldn't blame you if you did want to add some, but this is going to be completely filled in with some block of quartz. And if you do want to add additional little details, if perhaps you know a little bit more about the house than I might, then you can add those details in if you so wish. Okay. So now that we have done that on that side, you might be able to tell we're going to be doing it on this side. So we take this block and we do 7 times this pattern. We go right and up. That's the first time. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Just like that. Go right by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the same again. We go like down, right, 7 times in total. So that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, just like that. We connect that 7th block all the way down to the ground, as we do, just like that. And you should be able to see that that lines up perfectly with the opposite side. As a matter of fact, if it didn't, we'd be in some trouble, but luckily, we're all good. I want you to completely fill this particular side in with your block of quartz. As easy as this, just all block of quartz. Once more, if you want to add more detail to the house, I would highly suggest doing that. If you want to do the interior, feel free. If you want to make a more dilapidated version, kind of a ruined version of the house, you can as well. I might even do that myself. This is a nice, clean, fresh version of Freddy Krueger's house. However, you can do a version which is all run down, so to speak. Now that you have done that, we can come to the back side of the house. We're going to begin by connecting the very bottom of the house together left to right at the back, just like this. Just front to back. Beginning on the left side, on top of the most leftist of blocks of quartz, I want you to place 2 upside down quartz stairs going right. 1, 2. Place a block of quartz, 2 upside down stairs. Block of quartz, 2 upside down stairs. This time, 9 block of quartz going right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then 2 more upside down quartz stairs. 1, 2. Block of quartz, 2 upside down stairs, block of quartz, 2 upside down quartz stairs. So we have something which should look exactly like this. Okay, next job is for us to extend each block of quartz upwards until it is as high as the frame on the left and right of us. So that's the job. We're going to take all of the blocks of quartz and we are going to raise them up until it's as high as the frame. We will then be boxing in the windows, and then once that has been complete, we can move on to further detail. So you can see all of those are extended up, and I want to add 2 rows of block of quartz at the top. So that will leave just a 2x2 square for each window in which we can fill those in using some glass pane. So that's exactly what we'll be doing. So there we go. And then all we have to do is just fill those remaining windows, of which there are 6. Quite a few windows, really. We're going to fill all of these in using the black stained glass pane. You could use white, however black contrasts very, very nicely against the white, so they really stand out. It's a nice colour combination. There we go. And then if we flip back on over to the front of the house, the next thing that we are going to have to do is we'll probably have to do at least part of the roof. Or as a matter of fact, we might even make the entire thing and then add what we have to add in later. So the roof's very simple. We start on the front of the house here, right? On the front top left corner, and we place a cyan concrete in front of the top of the frame. Extend this out the side, and then you simply want to do this. You extend this block left, up, left, up, left, up, along the frame of the house. Just like this. You can see exactly what I'm up to. When you get to the top, you extend it across like this, so that it's still touching the quartz. Then down, left, 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 down, left. So you can see the effect that we have. We then want to extend the cyan concrete across the build. However, here's the funny thing about this, is we do not want to interrupt this part here. So you're going to have to be quite careful with your cyan concretes. And it might benefit you to perhaps extend back the quartz stairs here so that it sits on the frame. And find a point where the cyan concrete and the quartz stairs can meet in the middle. Do a similar thing with the quartz slabs. You can probably extend them back 1, 2, about 3 rows. And we do the same here with the quartz stairs, right? So actually it's only 2 for the quartz stairs, I do believe. Am I wrong? I don't know. Hang on. So we're going to extend the cyan concrete across. That now joins nicely. We come across here, down towards us like this. We extend across here, touches the stairs. We place a row here, it touches those stairs. And the whole idea here is that we don't want that middle part interrupted. But now that we have made that particular part of the cyan concrete roof, we just want to fill this part here just above the entrance with quartz block, and then from the outside looking in you'll get this sort of effect, which is quite cool. And now that you have actually made this much of the roof, perhaps we can make the middle part. So there's another set of windows on the second floor, on the front specifically. You take the end cyan concrete, not the first, second, third, but you take this fourth end cyan concrete, you go right of it and you place 3 cyan concrete to the right. That's 1, 2, 3. And then you place 21 block of quartz going right of this concrete specifically. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. And then if you like, you can even place 4 cyan concrete to the right. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it joins up to the other side of the roof there. And whilst we are on this point, by the way, I'm just going to do the edge of this part of the roof as well. and it's just the same as the other side, and basically once we have done both sides of the roof we can connect it together, but not before we do this next part. So you can see that now the roof pretty much like it will just connect together left to right. There's nothing on the back to obstruct it, but on the front of the house there is a little bit. So we've placed that row of 21 block of quartz. I want you to then take the first block of the 21 and place 3 block of quartz on top of it. 1, 2, 3. Extend it all the way over to the right and connect it down to that 21st block to create a rectangular shape. Starting on the left here, I want you to do this pattern. I want you to leave 2 gaps and then place a row of block of quartz top to bottom. 2 gaps, block of quartz top to bottom. 2 gaps, block of quartz top to bottom. Extend the block of quartz to the right by 2 rows, giving us 3 rows of quartz in the middle. And then proceed to leave 2 gaps, block of quartz top to bottom, 2 gaps, block of quartz top to bottom. And we'll have something which should look like this. Now, once that has been accomplished, I want you to place cyan concrete on top of all of that, by the way. I also want you to fill in those windows using black stained glass paint. Just like this. Not like that. There we go. So that's the effect that we're looking for. All we now have to do is place cyan concrete, the roof, around what we have just made, like this. So you'll be able to see, at a certain point, you'll be able to connect the cyan concrete that we made for the second story windows. We can extend this backwards a few rows. It will connect naturally to the roof, 1 row away from the top of the roof, it should be, like this. And then you can continue on placing the roof just like that. But we want to be very careful to make sure that the roof just connects naturally to the big window box that we have just created like this. And you will note that on the inside you're going to have to place some block of quartz just in between these parts here. Just like that. And then that's all of the hard bit taken care of. All we have to do beyond here is connect the roof left to right, and I'm just going to speed this part up a little bit because it's a little bit tedious, but I'll speed this part up and you won't even realise. Except you will, because it will be dead fast. There we go. So that is what the roof will look like once it has all been filled in, and that is by all means Freddy Krueger's house. It's very creepy like this, actually. I wouldn't actually even recommend from this point onwards doing what I am about to do, which is add a garden. It kind of looks a bit creepier just like this, but I'll tell you what, since it was probably in the thumbnail, and since I have the materials on me, grab the oak door terracotta, both lime and green terracotta, grass and double tall grass. We're going to place a door where you would expect a door to be placed, right in the middle, just like this. And I want you to place a path going around this part here, the porch area. We're going to place a 2-block path of just regular, bog standard, brickish colour terracotta like this going all the way around. And we're actually going to shape it a bit more than this, like that. And I'm just going to place some terracotta in here. It's basically all just a path. Like, there's a whole front garden and stuff that you can do. There's a driveway. There's even a little bit of a fence and stuff. But I just wanted to make the house like this. And now that we've done those 2 rows, I now want you to add an additional 2 rows of terracotta in front of this. And all you've got to do is leave 2 rows from the sides on the left and the right. You leave 2 rows alone. And then place 2 rows of terracotta. So almost as if you're doing like a reverse pyramid. You just want to slowly taper down a couple of rows like this. And do that one more time. Knock 2 rows off the edge and then add 2 rows of terracotta coming towards the front of the build just like this. And we'll have this effect, which, you know, looks alright. There's two little, like plant beds on the left and the right, and they look like this. So starting on the left here, we're going to have like, we're going to destroy 2 blocks and then come out in like this. We're kind of creating what you could call like a little semicircle shape here, and we're going to fill the space that we just destroyed in using green terracotta. Going to place double tall grass in the back middle and grass all the way around like this. And then on this opposite side, we're going to do a similar sort of thing. We're going to create like a little semicircle using the green terracotta like this, just underneath these windows here. And then we're going to have double tall grass and then just grass surrounding it like that. And then all we're going to do is we are going to destroy kind of like the grass area out in the front, and we're just going to turn it into lime terracotta, just so that the borders of the house are kind of, I don't know what to say, the borders of the house are kind of like clearly defined. So kind of like I'm just going to destroy this and add some lime terracotta in, and I'll do the same to the opposite side as well. However, I am realizing I think I probably prefer the house myself without any of this added, unless you were planning on adding loads and loads of more detail, and unless you were actually if you were going to put this in a city, then you'd probably want this. And that's what I recommend with these Halloween builds, by the way. It'd be kind of cool if you had like a Halloween horror themed suburb in your city. If I was actually building this in my city right now, I think that's where I would put this. I'd put this along like Jason's house. Well, Jason doesn't have a house, he has kind of like a shack, but like Maya's house and like Leatherface's house and stuff, and it'd be kind of cool to have them all together. So you can see it just kind of like frames the build a little bit. So it's up to you whether you want to have that or not. And once that's all been completed, let me show you what this all looks like put together. So this is hopefully what you guys are also looking at on your screen. This is Freddy Krueger's house from the movie Nightmare on Elm Street, completely made. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please do remember to hit that like button, as it really does help me and the channel out very, very much. If you have made it all the way to the end right here, please share the video with a friend. Sharing is caring. And if you would like to see any more horror-related builds, not only should you leave a little comment down below, let me know what you want to see next, but check out the horror builds playlist, which is in the card system and the description below. Loads of scary stuff in there. I'm sure that you guys would love it. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good day, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Good. Bye.